We're so used to living by emotions and feelings that it is very, very challenging to ourselves to say affirmations. I would admit, when I started positive self-talk, when I started doing affirmations, positive affirmations, they felt very awkward. But I read about that they were helping people. I read about that successful people do these things. Not everybody. I read about the benefits. See, I read about the benefits, and I say this to myself, whatever it takes. So I was after the benefits. That's why I continued, as awkward as it was for me to do that, as awkward as it was for me to stand in front of the mirror or simply just talk to myself, find a park someplace, grab my journal or my little book and write affirmations, and then just sit there and look at those affirmations and read those affirmations to myself. You see, we're so used to living by feelings and by emotions and by dictates, right? What others tell us. Well, the doctor said. Well, my wife said. Well, my employer said. My friend said. We're so used to living that way that we don't even stop to think, hey, what's going on? Why am I behaving like this? What is really going on? Now, I wanted to take a few minutes and make a sequel to the video I made the other day, because I got in front of the camera and I was actually talking to myself, and I was just doing that. Life is a series of reminders. By the way, this is Santos Jr, A.k.a. Soldier of Self-Mastery, Philosopher of Everyday Victorious Living. If you honestly want to change your behavior, you got to change your mind. You got to change the way you think. And one of the fastest ways that you can do that is through self-talk. Right? We don't have a long time. We don't have a very long period. You know, I'm 52. I'm going to be 52 years young. So my time is very brief. So whatever I can squeeze into my day, whatever life hack I can take advantage of, a little bit here, a little bit there. And of course, I mix things up. My mind has given me lots of ideas, just like your mind can give you lots of ideas. Your mind is very creative. When you start moving in a certain direction, your mind will kick in and it will give you ideas. That's just the power of the human mind. So you're going to feel awkward telling yourself that you're very, very smart when you don't feel smart, right? Man, I don't feel smart, so how can I say that I'm smart? Or maybe you've made a lot of foolish mistakes, right? You made a ton of them. You might be in a world of hurt, and you've come across my video, you've come across my channel. By the way, I believe I mentioned this. If I didn't, this is Santos Jr, A.k.a. Soldier of Self-Mastery, Philosopher of Everyday Victorious Living, right out of Stockton, California, at your service. There's going to be information below this link, this micro speech, okay? There's a link, there's some information, there's a description to what I'm talking about in this micro speech. Share, subscribe, give me a like, please, and comment. So you got to determine, you have to determine what it is that you want. There's a couple of things that there's a lot of things that I talk about, and I'm going to keep this one, I'm going to try to keep it under 7 minutes, so bear with me, okay? There's a lot of things that I talk about. There's a lot of things that I share because I do these things in my own life, and hopefully you'll get some ideas from what I'm sharing with you. You don't have to try to copy me, because you're not going to, it's just, copying me is not going to work. But you can listen to what I'm sharing with you, and you can take bits and pieces and formulate something for your own life that you can accommodate, that's convenient for you, that you can do whenever you want to do it. So you don't feel good. You don't, if most people feel like a failure, right? You're not a failure. Failure is an event. So they think, well, I can't say affirmations. I cannot say these things because I don't feel it. You know, it's like I'm lying to myself. Exactly. You have to learn to manipulate your old thinking patterns by introducing new thinking patterns. Your subconscious isn't going to know the difference when you start telling yourself these things. You see, your subconscious, the deepest part of your brain, I believe it's the deepest part, it's going to accept the commands that are constantly repeated. Remember I said that life is a series of reminders, and we have to get comfortable reminding ourselves. That's why some people appreciate me, because I come on YouTube and I say a lot of the same stuff over and over. And eventually it is going to sink in. Eventually it will sink in if you keep at it, my friend. If you keep at it. This is what I have done to be able to crush this gambling addiction that I had for a long time, and other addictions. My friend, I'm not going to get into some of the stuff that I've been into. You may look at me and I may look pretty healthy to you. I'm very grateful. I've tried to take care of myself. I drink a lot of healthy water. I've taken vitamins, exercise. I don't do exercise as much as I used to because of an injury that I have. But I've always been that type of person. Maybe it was the 8 years that I spent in the military. Actually before the military, because my dad used to pump iron, and I started lifting weights at a very, very early age. But going back to affirmations and positive self-talk, my friend, what I'm sharing with you in this video will literally change your behaviors. It'll change your lifestyle. And of course, if you change your mindset, right? Because that's where it is. That's where it begins. In order to change your life, in order to change your behavior, you must change the patterns of thinking, my friend. And I've already shared with you how to do that. It is work. It is a fun life hack that you have to implement, but it goes back to why you honestly want it. You got to have some deep-rooted, very, 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 very deep root desire to do these things. Because if not, they're going to appear as foolish to you. They're going to appear like they don't work. Like maybe you'll try it for 2 or 3 days and then you'll give up. Of course, if you do it for 2 or 3 days, it's not going to work. Do it for 30 days. Do it a couple times a day for at least 30 days and see what happens. See what happens, my friend. That is a benchmark, 30 days. So that's all I wanted to share with you this beautiful evening. Once again, this is Santos Jr, a.k.a. Soldier of Self-Mastery, Philosopher of Everyday Victorious Living, at your service right out of Stockton, California. If you need some help, my friend, if you need some coaching, if I can't help you, if you don't feel connected with me, seek somebody. Seek some other sources, or just continue to watch the videos. Search out the playlists at Soldiers of Self-Mastery. This is a premier channel for motivation, inspiration, and optimizing the old paradigms, my friend. I'll see you at the top, on the inside, at another micro speech. Remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day, daily, in spite of and because of, my friend. Peace.